Good morning, staff members, and thank you for coming in early today. We're just having a little bit of a staff meeting before our work day starts. I just wanted to cover a few points with you, so everybody's attention would be greatly appreciated. I just want to make a point of saying that thank you so much for coming in early today so we could have this meeting, and I'm really happy with all the staff and everyone where they are at the moment. So I just wanted to give you that bit of feedback and just say thank you for putting your heart and soul into your work. I just wanted to set a few goals for today. I just want to make sure that customer service, as I know it is, but always at the highest standard that it can be. As in a hairdressing salon, as we all know, it's that one-on-one, it's that direct contact. So you just need to make sure that you're doing everything you can to go above and beyond, because that's who we are, not only in work, but everything, that when as soon as they walk in till as soon as they leave, they are getting what they pay for and the service that we like to provide and that we like to say that we provide. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody does that. Also producing quality of work, which I know we all do here, but just pushing yourself as a colorist, as a cutterist, as a stylist, as a hairdresser beyond what you would normally be comfortable doing. I just wanted to see also as well is we're bringing in an incentive program. So for example, one of the incentives is if you do 9 blow dries, you get your 10th blow dry free. Things like that. So we just wanted to see how that would work moving forward into the salon. I think it would be great. We have a lot of clients that come weekly for blow dries. I think that's a good little incentive for them, us giving them something back for supporting us coming weekly, things like that. And also maybe encourage clients to come more regularly, that if they get, 10 seems like a lot of blow dries to hit, but in reality not really, because a lot of our clients do come weekly, like I said, and things like that. So we could definitely use that as an incentive and see how it is received and reciprocated by the clients, that if we're getting more clientele, or our clients, original clientele, are coming in more, that would be awesome. Making sure that you really explain that to the client, what the new incentive systems are, and things like that. So with the blow dry, say, I'm blow dry and your 10th blow dry is free. So, and, be really honest with them and say, I know 9 seems like a lot, but, it'll pass if you're coming weekly. You were probably going to get that blow dry anyway if they're coming in weekly, or if not, they can just build it up and accumulate it over time, that they end up getting 1 or 2 free blow dries a year. I just wanted to make sure that when you set your targets, 1, they're realistic, and 2, that we are achieving them, that you guys are achieving them, and as a team we're achieving them. I love the goal system, is that we set a goal, we achieve it, we know the steps that we can go to achieve it, and we get there. So it would be really awesome for us to do that as well. By motivating each other, that's a great way as well. And with the support, obviously, from myself and other staff members, and the support of each other, that's how you can achieve those goals. And always pushing yourself, asking questions, don't stop learning, things like that. And that's a really important thing, that if I see you wanting to learn more, I'm going to obviously back that, but I want to make sure that I see that in you, that I see, the motivation, and I see, progression in what you're doing, and that you're interested in things like that. I think it's really important that as a hairdresser, you don't just get comfortable. Our work is creative and it's fun, and it's, we can create so many different things. Don't just put yourself in a box. That's why I always encourage, if you want to specialize in something, awesome, but make sure that and you're in across it all, that you don't just put yourself in a box as to, doing one thing. So I think that's great. A few other things, and guys, feel free at any time to ask any questions, or if I'm moving too quickly or anything like that, please feel free to make comment on that. I just wanted to quickly go over as well, briefly, the personal, quality of good personal service. So like I said, in hairdressing, it's all personal, it's all pretty much one-on-one direct contact with the client, with the consumer, things like that. So we're all having direct contact, and one of our main things, and it's in our in what we believe in and in our mission statement is that, you know, that we give good quality customer service, not only work but customer service. So little things that you don't think might not make a difference to the client, they could. You know, things like if you're getting them a water, oh, would you like some more water if you can see it empty, or if they're looking for magazines, or can I help you find a magazine, or hanging their coat up, seeing them out, things like that. That's really important, and people take note of that and people notice that. And that's a really big thing, is to making sure that, you know, they're paying for a service, not only they're getting that service, but you're going above and beyond and you're reaching that, and things like that I think is really, really important. And I want to make sure that's one of the key things that we maintain and that we always strive to achieve, is good quality customer service. And like I said, it's so direct with the client. You've got to have that connection with them, because it's all pretty much one-on-one and it's so direct. There's no one in between. Just wanted to make sure as well is that everybody knew what their roles and responsibilities were within the salon, and making sure that you A, are aware of them, and B, doing them, and doing them to the best of your ability as well. Is that, you know, delegating jobs, things like that, salon managers, which is what I am, and, you know, staff, obviously senior staff and things like that, is that it's really important that all our clients' expectations are met. So, you know, if the apprentice or the assistant is seeing somebody out, making sure that that is at high standards, and they are comfortable enough to do that, and they are confident enough to do that as well. Is that when you were seeing somebody out, you're making them the next appointment, you're grabbing their coat that you hung up as soon as they walked in, you're making sure they're not rushed out the door, you're making sure, you know, they've got a card with their client, with their next appointment on it, you know, you're making sure you use their names. That's a really big thing that clients like to be used, is their name, is their direct name, you know, things like that. And making sure that they have, you know, if they're buying any product or anything like that, making sure that's your job. And then things like that, if you can see another client waiting, making sure, you know, that if you're, you know, that you're cleaning up a section before the next client comes in, and things like that. So it's really making sure that everything flows smoothly, and that every client, as soon as they walk in, like I said, until they leave, is taken care of. It's really, really important. And I just want to make sure that, like I keep pointing out, is that you're exceeding their expectations. You know, when they walk in here, they expect something, but when they walk out, we want them to say they exceeded that, what I expected. You know, and it's not only for first-time clients. I mean, first impressions is everything, but for our long-standing clients as well, and for everybody gets the same treatment. You know, like I keep saying, as soon as they walk in, you know, until they walk out. And even if they call up, everything like that, this is our image, this is how people see us. You know, we get a lot of our customers from word of mouth. First-time impression, like I said, is everything, but maintaining that is even more important. Just wanted to, and making sure that everybody knew exactly what their jobs are, what their responsibilities are, what their roles are, so, you know, it does flow as smoothly as it can. I just want to also touch base on, like I said, encouraging each other and supporting each other. I think it's really important that we have an amazing team, and we do, and I'm very proud of all of you, and I want to make sure that everybody's supporting one another. So making sure that you can achieve the goals that not only you individually set, but all of us set as a team. It's really, really important that we work together as a team, and that you're building each other up. You know, if you see a client and you're having consultation with them, I mean, there's a line of not pushing in and not taking over, but, you know, if you can help each other out, things like that, that, you know, a fresh approach might be a great approach. Things like that, and making sure that everybody's, you know, working to their maximum capacity, and that everybody is really giving the most that they can, and supporting each other, helping each other, assisting each other, things like that. If you're just here for yourself, it's not going to work. So making sure that you're not only producing the best work individually, but also as a team. So together we come together. You know, the biggest thing that we have is our team, and that's the business, is the team, is yourselves. I just wanted to also see that, and also remind you guys that feedback from you guys you know, really important, and it's necessary and it's required. And I would love to hear your feedback, and I would love to hear anything, you know, on anything that you think things can run more smoothly, or things that aren't running smoothly, anything like that. You know, it would be really great if you guys could give feedback on that. And if you have anything, you know, that you come to myself or another team member and put that suggestion forward, I'm always open to ideas. You know, I think it's really important that if a goal is set or a procedure is set, that it's actually, you know, worked through with. And if it doesn't make sense or it doesn't work, we can change it, we can alter it. Your opinion, you know, means the world to me, and it's really important. So I want to make sure that you guys have a voice, and that you have a voice with each other and myself and within the business. It's very, very important. So any feedback, anything like that that you think, you know, can overcome problems during the day, or anything like that that you see, you know, there's a, you know, a glitch in the system per se, that, you know, we can not only change it, or something that we can make better. So it's very important that if you see something, or you want to have a voice, or you want to have a say, or you have, you know, an improvement and feedback, positive or negative, I think it's very important. As long as it's constructive and it can build, then I think it's definitely really important to, you know, make that known. But also the other thing that I wanted to discuss was, there's just a few things that I've written down here, so bear with me, is making sure that you guys are identifying the strengths and attributes of each other individually. So, you know, and making sure that they are being used to their capacity and their ability as well. So when I mean, like a supervisor role, as myself and other seniors in the salon, that they, you know, are getting the support from the apprentices that they need, and vice versa, that the apprentices are getting the support from the seniors and from the salon managers and things that they need as well. So making sure that you guys keep, you know, are aware of that, and aware, again, this goes back to your jobs, your responsibilities, the procedures within the salon, the goals set within the salon, everything, that everybody is aware of it and are encouraging each other. Like I said, team is probably the word that I keep saying over and over again within this meeting, and I think it's really important that you guys pick up on that, and that you're encouraging each other. And, you know, it's, everything's an open discussion within the salon, that there's, you know, that limits any further problems or any potential problems or issues within the salon that could possibly come about. I just wanted to make sure that at the beginning, well, not the beginning because you need more time than that, but all stock that is required for treatments and services within the salon is there. I've noticed a little bit that there isn't, I mean, it's hard because I don't want an, you know, overstock sitting there and an abundance of stock sitting there, but I want to make sure that we have enough. So anybody that comes in, if their service or their treatment slightly changes, we can cater for that. We can cater for walk-ins. I think it's really important that we are across that, and making sure that you know, you check your appointments personally, your appointments, what's in, you know, that if you know particularly, you know, you need a certain color for somebody and things like that, that you're letting the salon manager or myself know that you need that in. These are your clients, they're our clients, but it's your client that is in that day. It's important that if you're doing a particular or a special service, that you have what you need in. I think that's really important, and making sure that you're checking, you know, your week in advance, or, you know, if somebody comes in and next time they say, oh, we want to have a change, making sure that is written on the notes. So it's not just next time they come in and it's, oh, we don't have the colour. I think that's really unprofessional. So making sure, you know, that, and if we don't, that we have a contingency plan for it, for resources that we can, you know, use a backup. We have a salon supply that we can as well, and things like that. Ideally, like I said, that is a contingency plan, so that is another backup option. But I think it's really important that everybody makes sure the services, the clients, the treatments, everything they have in, so that we have the correct product to be able to do that. And you, as you know, hairdressing can change. Somebody can come in, I want to go brown. If they come in, oh, I want to go, you know, warm, I want to go red, I want to go light, I want to go dark, that we can cater for all of that. I think it's really professional that we have that. But again, it needs to be in line with, I don't want to have an overlay and abundance of stock sitting there as well. So finding a right balance. Also, what I want to discuss is the opportunities within the salon. I want to make sure that everybody, as I keep saying, is working to their capacity. That's really important, to your potential as well. Not only, as I keep saying again, for yourself, but as a team, that we are working to what we can and what I know we can work to, and what our ability and what our skills and what our salon and what the business allows us to. So I think it's really important that all skills are kept up to date. Training and development is really important. Like I said, you should never stop learning. And it's really, really important that it is important, as I keep saying, to have opportunities available to you guys. That if you want to do courses in colour, in cutting, in any hairdressing aspects, in business aspects, anything, that they are available to you and having the opportunity to do them. As long as I can see, I'm open to that. If you want to do something, come forward, let me know, and I want to make sure that the opportunities are there for you guys to put your hand up and say, hey, yep, that's what I want to do. But also making sure that you guys are benefiting from it as well is really important. Just a couple more things. As I said, if there's any questions, please let me know, or you want to make comment on anything, please as well. The other thing is making sure that the salon is clean, tidy, and it's maintaining with OH&S and work health and safety. Really, really important. Okay, so making sure, and things like when somebody comes into the salon, they want it to be clean. They, it's like you walk into a beauty salon and nail bar, you're not going to go somewhere that, their utensils are sitting on the floor and the girls aren't, or the guys aren't presented appropriately, or it's not clean. When you want to go in somewhere for a beauty service, hair as well, that it is clean. So again, maintaining that the brushes are washed daily, it's vacuumed, it's mopped daily, cutting combs, styling combs, everything like that are constantly washed. Everything, when a client leaves, everything is sprayed over with disinfected or spray and wipe that we have, making sure that correct procedures are in place, so that everybody in the salon knows the correct procedure, that before somebody sits down, yes, sweep the hair. Nobody wants to go and sit down where someone's just had their hair cut. Little things, magazines, hair getting in magazines, making sure that if the client doesn't open up a magazine, then a clunk of hair falls out, not from them. Okay, things like that. I think it's really important. And making sure that everybody in the salon is allocated. So there is a roster up, and there is things that, again, back to your jobs, your responsibilities, that if it's your responsibility to clean the brushes, then it's your responsibility to clean the brushes, making sure they're disinfected, making sure, if a senior hairdresser has just finished cleaning up, that an apprentice comes in, make sure that it's clean, ready for the next person, things like that. Also, I want to make sure that if we have the option of extending, if we make the decision, of extending our hours, that you guys are aware of what the correct pay is. I think it's really important for yourself as an employee to know what your rights are, what the awards are, and everything like that. Not that I'm 100% confident that, I am paying you correctly and we are paying you correctly and everything is above board, but making sure you know your rights and everything like that is very important, just for yourself in life. That it's important that you know what your value is, what your worth is, what the award rates are, if you're doing Thursday night, if you're doing Saturdays, if the current awards and everything, that it's really important that you are above that, not from a business point of view, because that's my job and that's our job as managers, but for yourself and as an employee, I think it's really important to know that and be across that, so you are aware. I just want to also bring a point, there's just a couple more points, is I'm going to be asking clients feedback during the day. I think it's really important, like I'm saying for myself, it's important that I get feedback from you. I think it's important that you guys get feedback from the clients. So I'm going to be giving out surveys during the day to get feedback. It's optional. They don't have to put their name on it. They can fill it out. They don't, they can just be at the counter. It can be really subtle. It's just a quick survey. Nothing too in depth. That I just want to get people's clients' opinions back on, as I will am hosting meetings like this to get opinions and to keep you up to date with happening, not only to keep you up to date with what's happening, but to get your opinions as well. Like I keep saying, any questions and anything is more than welcome, but I want to make sure that we are getting client feedback forms and that the clients are filling them out. Encourage them to. I know it can be, some clients don't want to, awkward, whatever, it can be anonymous. You know, we can keep them at the counter, but making sure that your clients are aware that they are available and that we encourage and we support their feedback, negative, positive, constructive. You know, we can never have too much feedback, so I think that's really important. So like, any final questions, closing for today? I'm happy to answer any of them. I want to thank you again for coming in to have this meeting initially, and I hope I've briefly, I know it's been very briefly, but covered a few points. We will gather back at the end of the day just to have a kind of a debrief and things like that. So really important about the feedback forms, knowing your roles and responsibilities, and things like that. And I just want to thank you for your attention and have a happy day, positive day, and I'm really excited, and thank you.